Students, today we are going to deal about the adsorption isotherms in that first part, Friedrich adsorption isotherm. Okay, Friedrich adsorption isotherm, it is one of the isotherm we have to see or we have to analyze here adsorption of gas on the solid surface. Isn't it? It is one of the type where adsorption of gaseous molecule can be take place on the solid adsorbate. Here gas can be adsorbed on what? Gas adsorbed on what? Solid surface, isn't it? It is one of the reversible process. Okay. Here in the Friedrich adsorption isotherm, we can see adsorption of gaseous molecule on the solid surface, and it is one of the reversible process. Okay, it is not irreversible. It is one of the reversible process. Here gas can be adsorbed and free gas as it is present, where it can be absorbed on the solid surface. And as we observe that, as we know that it is mainly depend on what? Temperature as well as what? Pressure itself. So how it can be depend upon the temperature and pressure? Here as we know how the temperature which will be there, when it goes on the decreases, as we decrease the temperature, pressure when you increasing the pressure, the rate of adsorption of gaseous molecule when free gas is present, it is increases on the solid surface. The rate of adsorption on the gas molecules on the solid surface, it goes on what? Increases. As we know, it is one of the reversible process itself. So in the Friedrich adsorption isotherm, when gas can be absorbed on the solid surface, it is mainly depends upon the temperature and pressure, and when you decrease the temperature goes on decreases and the pressure goes on increases. The rate of adsorption of gaseous molecule on the solid surface also goes on increases. Let's we see based on the diagram itself. Let's we take one example, amount of nitrogen which will be there. It is absorbed on what? Animal charcoal at a different temperature, maybe 0, maybe 29, maybe 78. Here x upon m is nothing but amount of gas can be absorbed present on the y-axis. On the x-axis we consider the pressure itself, and this in particular graph can be observed over here at a different temperature, different pressure itself. As you decrease the temperature, how the decreasing temperature will be going to take place? Pressures goes on increases, the value of pressure goes on increases, and amount of gas adsorbed on the surface, solid surface also goes on what? Increases. Like this is a particular part we are going to dealing over here. So mathematical equation in the Friedrich adsorption isotherm, what are the points we are going to dealing? Let's we see the explanation over here. In that first part, for the explanation, here amount of gas adsorbed increases with increasing pressure initially. First explanation is nothing but amount of gas adsorbed increases with increasing pressure initially. Isn't it? Means first what will happen? Amount of gas adsorbed, it goes on increases. How the pressure also goes on increases. This is the first point. Second point, as more and more surface is covered, the rate of adsorption goes on decreases. As more and more surface covered, rate of adsorption goes on decreases. This is the second point. What will happen in the first point? Amount of gas adsorbed goes on increases with increasing pressure initially, means at the first part, how the pressure goes on increases, rate of adsorption goes on increases. In the second point, what will happen, as the more and more surface goes on covering on that particular solid surface, adsorption of gaseous molecules start to take place, completing part of the particular solid adsorbent. What will happen over here, as the more and more surface goes on covered, rate of adsorption also goes on what, decreases. It never remains constant as such over there. As the more and more surface covered, the rate of adsorption goes on decreases. Hence, at high pressure, the graph becomes parallel to the x-axis. As we know here, this is particular our graph. This is our pressure. This is our x upon m, isn't it? And here we plotted already one graph. One is for -78, -50. Here 0. These are the temperatures. What we have saw first. Amount of gas absorbed increases as the pressure increases initially. How the more and more surface covered, rate of adsorption goes on decreases. Here what will happen? Now the third point which will be there, that is nothing but at high pressure the graph becomes parallel to the x-axis. At high pressure the graph becomes parallel to the x-axis. Which is x-axis? See, this is the particular graph which is become parallel to this particular x-axis, isn't it? What the third point says, at high pressures the graph becomes parallel to the x-axis. Thus we can say that Freundlich adsorption isotherm is not applicable at what? High pressure. Thus we can conclude that Freundlich adsorption isotherm is not applicable at high pressure. At high pressure means it is applicable at moderate pressure initial itself. What the first explanation we are going to dealing over here. First point, amount of gas absorbed increases with increasing pressure initially. Next, as more and more surface area is covered, here rate of adsorption goes on decreases. At high pressure the graph becomes parallel to the x-axis. So we can conclude that here, or we can say that Freundlich adsorption isotherm is not applicable at high pressure. It is applicable only at moderate pressure itself. It is not applicable at all at high pressure, isn't it? Now the next part, let's we see here. Freundlich gave an empirical equation to relate the magnitude of the adsorption and pressure. He gave a particular equation which can be related over here. Just to see which is that particular equation. The Freundlich, one of the scientists, gave an empirical equation to relate magnitude of adsorption and pressure, isn't it? Just to see which is that particular equation, gave an moderate equation to relate the magnitude of adsorption as well as what? Pressure. Adsorption means amount of gas adsorbed on the solid surface, and as we compare to the adsorption and pressure. So which is that equation? Let's we see. We have observed on the graph itself a particular equation. Here x, it is mathematically given by x upon m is equal to Kp raised to 1 upon n. Let's we see which are the terms involved in this. X upon n, Kp raised to 1 upon n. Okay, this is an equation. So here X is nothing but amount of adsorbed weight and M is nothing but amount of adsorbent. Here X is equal to amount of adsorbed weight. We can say gas adsorbed weight. M amount of adsorbent. We can say solid surface on which gas can be adsorbed. Next, what we saw, P is nothing but pressure and K and N are the constant. P is nothing but pressure and here K and N which are there. These two are the constants depends upon the nature of these two, the particular X and M. X and M means nature of adsorbed weight and adsorbent itself. Isn't it? We saw already X. M is less than unity. Here this particular N which will be there, it must and should be less than unity. Okay. So in these terms, let's we see Freundlich gave a mathematical equation to relate the magnitude of adsorption as well as the pressure, which is that equation X upon M is equal to Kp raised to 1 upon N. So where X is the amount of adsorbed weight, M amount of adsorbent, P is nothing but pressure, K and N are the constant which are depends upon what? Adsorbed weight. That is rate of adsorption itself maybe depends upon the adsorbed weight as well as adsorbent. And where N which is there, it is must and should be less than unity. This particular equation is known as Freundlich adsorption isotherm. It holds only for the medium pressure. This is Freundlich adsorption equation. Freundlich adsorption equation holds good only for the medium pressure. It is good only for the what? Medium pressure, not high pressure, not low pressure, at moderate pressure only it is applicable, or it is holds good only for the medium pressure. Freundlich gave an equation related to the magnitude of adsorption and pressure, which is nothing but X upon M is equal to Kp raised to 1 upon M. K is constant, P is also is nothing but constant itself, where X amount of adsorbed weight, M amount of adsorbent, P pressure, K and N are the constant which are dependent upon the adsorbed weight and adsorbent. N is nothing but less than unity itself, and this is equation is nothing but we know that Freundlich adsorption isotherm equation which is only holds good for medium pressure itself. The adsorption of gas on the solid surface, it is applicable for this particular equation. This equation 1 which will be there, it is applicable only when adsorption of gaseous molecule can be take place on the solid surface. It is not applicable at the solution part. Isn't it? X upon M is equal to Kp raised to 1 upon N. It is applicable only adsorption of gaseous molecule when it take place on the solid surface. Then next part, what about the solutions? What about the solutions? Let's we see. The equation 1 which will be there is dependent on, it is holds good only for what? Adsorption of gases on what? Solid surface. So what about the solution? Here in case of solution, here equation is nothing but X upon M. This is for the solid, adsorption of gases on the solid. When adsorption of gases can be take place on the solid. When adsorption of gases take place on solvent or solution is going to form. So what will be the equation? X upon M is equal to here Kc raised to 1 upon M. This is an equation. Consider this is equation number 2, where C is nothing but concentration of solution. C is nothing but concentration of solution itself, or solute we can tell, concentration of solute. Concentration of solute we can say is it. Concentration of solute itself. Okay, this is adsorption of gas on the solid Kp raised to 1 upon n, adsorption of gas on solute x upon n, Kc raised to 1 upon n. Okay, now the next term, verification of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Just to see the next part, verification of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Verification of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. How we can verify the Freundlich adsorption isotherm? Just see, as we know here, Freundlich adsorption isotherm given by the equation x upon n is equal to Kp raised to 1 upon n. So on this equation, what we supposed to do? We are seeing here a verification of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. X upon m is equal to Kp raised to 1 upon n. Taking log on both sides. So what we consider here? If you took logs on the both sides, what we will get here? Log of x upon m is equal to log of Kp raised to 1 upon n. So after solving this particular logarithm, what we will get here? Log of x upon m is equal to log k plus log p raised to 1 upon n. Again, applying log on 1 upon n, what we will get? Log k is equal to what? Log k plus 1 upon n into log of p, isn't it? So now the next, the above equation is the equation of straight line on plotting the graph of x upon m versus p. We get straight line with equal to the slope 1 upon m intersect log k as shown in the figure. Just to see this equation, when you apply for this particular graph, log of x upon m, and here if you took log of p, so what we will get here? Slope 1 upon n this is a slope, we will get 1 upon n, and this is the value which will be there, we will get as a log k. So applying this particular equation on the graph itself, log of x upon m versus log of p, we will get our slope of 1 upon n, where n is nothing but it should be what? Unity according to the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Here log k, here value of log k we have to consider as it is over there. This is about the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. So this is at medium pressure we saw. Now let's see what will happen about the high pressure? The graph what we get at high pressure. This is the verification of Freundlich adsorption isotherm ring. This is x upon m Kp into 1 upon m, applying log on both sides, log of x upon m, log of Kp raised to 1 upon n. Then here log x upon n, log k plus log p raised to 1 upon n. The taking log 1 upon n, here log p as such, we got log x upon n, log p, here versus value, here log k as such, and slope we will get 1 upon n, which should be unity. This is verification of Freundlich adsorption isotherm at medium pressure. So now let's see what happened about the high pressure. Okay, now let's see the Freundlich adsorption isotherm at high pressure. As we already know that at a moderate temperature, the graph we will get, the plot of graph is like this. Means what? It is of straight line. Log of x upon m versus log pressure. X upon m versus pressure, we will get our graph is in straight line for moderate pressure, means at medium pressure or low pressure. But in case of high pressure, we won't get such a type of graph. We will get a graph curvature like this. It indicates that, or this can be concluded that at high pressure, this particular Freundlich adsorption isotherm is not applicable at all. When the pressure goes on, increases, this particular line which will be there, it is parallel to the x-axis. We already saw. So it is not applicable at high pressure at all. It is applicable only at moderate pressure. This is about the high pressure. We can conclude here log x upon m versus pressure, log of p, we will get curvature graph instead of getting the straight line graph and slope. So it can be concluded that at high pressure, Freundlich adsorption isotherm is not applicable at all. Now let's see the limitations of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Let's see the limitations. Which are the limitations are there for the Freundlich adsorption isotherm? Limitations. This particular Freundlich adsorption isotherm which is there, it is applicable, the equation is valid over definite range of pressure only. Equation is valid over definite range of pressure only. I'll write here pressure is P. We are seeing the limitations of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Limitations in that first, the equation which will be there, that is nothing but x upon m is equal to Kp raised to 1 upon n. This particular equation is there. It is valid over a definite range of pressure only, not all complete pressure. It is not applicable at high pressure. It is not applicable. It is not applicable at high pressure. We already know that we get the curvature of graph. So it is not applicable at what? High pressure. It is applicable at a definite range of pressure itself only. The constant K and N, it can be varied with temperature. The constants which are there in the equation, which are those K and N, it can be varied, means it can be changes, it can be varies with temperature. The constant K and N which are there, it can be varies with temperature. The equation is based purely on the theoretical foundations and thus truly empirical. The equation is not practically applicable, it is theoretically empirical. Okay, the equation is completely theoretical foundation and thus truly empirical. Equation is having its base on foundation so truly empirical. Isn't it? These are some limitations of Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Equation is valued over definite range of pressure only. It is not applicable at high pressure. The constant K and N varies with temperature, and it is having theoretical foundation, so it is truly empirical. This is about the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. What we saw in the Freundlich adsorption isotherm? The Freundlich adsorption isotherm, it is mainly depends adsorption of gases on the solid. Adsorption of the gases on the solid, actually here it is reverse phenomena. As the pressure increases, the graph becomes parallel in the nature to the x-axis, so it requires some medium pressure. Next, we saw the explanation regarding this. In the explanation, again, adsorption of gases on the solid requires some moderate temperature, medium pressure, and at the medium pressure, it is applicable. At high pressure, it is not applicable. Next, in the equation we saw x upon m is equal to kb raised to 1 upon n, where this x and m, the amount of adsorbed weight, adsorbed k constant, p pressure, n is also constant, where n is must and should be unity. Applying law, we will get straight line graph at a medium temperature, not high, not low pressure, only medium pressure. The graph which we will get a straight line, and slope we will get 1 upon n, isn't it? Next, we saw some at high pressure, the curvature graph we will get. We won't get a straight line graph because it is not applicable at high pressure at all. It is applicable only at medium pressure, not at low, not at high pressure. Next, we saw the limitations. Equation is valued over definite range of pressure. It is not applicable at high pressure. It constant K and N varies with temperature and theoretical foundation. It is having not practically at all. So equation is empirical, truly empirical in the nature. This is about the Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Okay. In the next part, we will see Langmuir adsorption isotherm.